A lot of credit to SMU. Andy's a really good coach. We played down at their place a couple weeks ago, and they just kicked the crap out of us. So ton of respect for them. Their offensive firepower is as good as anybody in the country. Proud of our guys. You know, on a night we didn't shoot at our best. We just figured out a way to win. What do they say in tournament play? Survive and advance. I think that applied tonight. And I'm just proud of their resiliency and their fight.
Questions for the players. Raise your hand. Let us get the mic to you. Let us know who you are and who you're with. Who has the first question? No question for the players?
David Glenn from the North Carolina Sports Network. I hope I get the pronunciation right. Vigelis?
That was great.
All right. All right. It's very unusual to have your first career starts on a big platform like the ACC tournament. What did your coach tell you about why you got these starts, and how have you played so well on this biggest stage?
You could call him Clark Kent, too, if you wanted to.
I don't have my glasses on right now. Well, first of all, I want to give all glory to God. As far as why I'm starting, that's a question for PK. And I'm just doing what I have to do. You know, it's been a long season for me, ups and downs, but it's been a long season for all of us as well. Just being there every day, same attitude, same mentality. I'll try to keep showing up every day, and that's what I did. I think it's paying off right now. And it's just, you know, it's just one game, though, and this is what we got to remember all the time. Celebration stop after we leave this building, and get ready for the next game tomorrow against a really good team.
Frank Maloney, who's talking? This question's for Isaac. Isaac, big change having come from Charlottesville to Louisville. Big game today. Talk about your season this year and adjusting to a new environment, new team, new coaching style.
Yeah, it definitely took some time to adjust to the pace. You know, I got winded a lot in the summer and workouts and stuff, but once you get used to it, it's the most fun I've ever had in my life playing in this system. You know, PK really lets his guards play. He doesn't, you know, get on you for turnovers. He wants you to play as confident as you can, and I think I've just grown into a much better player than I ever was this year. So credit to him. Credit to these two guys beside me. You know, they play really well today. They make it really easy on me. Zeus sets the best screens in the country, so he gets me a lot of open shots. But yeah, I'm having a blast. Going to continue to have a blast, and hopefully we can go get 3 more, win the ACC championship here.
For you guys as shooters, Ryan was 1 for 8 from three-point land, and you guys as a team did not hit a lot of threes. But then he hits one of the biggest buckets of the game from three-point land. Could you just speak about your confidence in each other and what it takes as shooters to be willing to take that shot on a night where he was cold prior to that?
You got it?
Adrian, you got it.
Yeah, I mean.
You got it. Whoa, you got it.
Oh, repeat that question one more time.
he just wanted me to answer.
Yeah, this is a shooter right here.
I probably made it too long, but what does it take, confidence that your coach gives you and your confidence in each other? If you're 1 for 8, there's a lot of guys that don't take the 9th shot. Ryan did, and he hit one of the biggest shots of the game.
Yeah, just having that utmost confidence in him. Him being a senior leader on the team, you know, whatever he do is fine with me as long as we, you know, stand into what we work on. Like he work on those shots each and every day, so I trust him with whatever he do.
Yeah, I mean, RC is one of the best shooters in the country, and every single shot he missed, I went up to him, tapping on the chest, and be like, next one's going in. Like, that's what as a shooter, you have to have that mentality. And I think it's great for us. You know, we didn't shoot it our best. We shot it really bad, actually, and we still found a way to win. I think, you know, we just proved we can win with our defense. That's been the emphasis, especially as of late, is really honing in on a defense, because defense wins championships in March. So super proud of our defense today. Yeah, if we can win with shooting like this, you know, makes us a really tough team to beat when we're shooting it well.
Far left.
Jody Demling, Cardinal Authority and Louisville Radio Network. For Adrian and Isaac, this is 2-part really. For you two, what was it like to see Zoo and the energy he brings you guys and have that 6-0 run by himself? And I guess for Zoo, did you dance after this game in the locker room like you did last week?
No, that's something we work with our seats not ready yet, you know, but we put the work every day.
Adrian?
Yeah, I feel like Zoo put in so much work, and I just want him to go out there and kill each and every time he's on the court. And I just love how he's energetic. He was energetic throughout everything he went through this year. So it's just, it's in him, and I feel like he can do it each and every time he step on the court.
Yeah, I mean, Zoo just never got discouraged. Zoo kind of touched on it a little bit ago. Beginning of the season, he didn't get the minutes he thought he deserved or he wanted, and he just continued to work. I swear, every time, I walk in the gym for weights in the morning, this dude's in the gym shooting. Hardest worker I've ever seen, and he deserves everything that he's getting right now. He's going to continue to help us win. He's going to continue to bring energy, put a smile on his face every day. He puts a smile on my face being around him, so I'm super happy he's on my team.
Last question for the players.
Adrian, you were 7 of 8 from the free throw line. How did you like how you were initiating contact, and what was the difference between your team there and SMU, who only took 3 free throws as a team?
Well, I say I feel like my teammates needed me to get downhill to open things up for them. So I feel like there was just a big emphasis for today for me, just to get downhill and see what I can get, see what I can create. For the other team not making going to the free throw line, I just, I feel like we did a great job with not fouling so much. We held them off the free throw line, and that was a key emphasis for the game today too.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow. Head back to the locker room.
Yes, sir, appreciate you.
Good job, fellas.
Okay, questions for Coach. Front row, first question.
Coach Dan Tortora, wakeupcalldt.com. The resolve and the faith that this team has had in each other. This game went back and forth. It was tight for a while, a lot of ties. Just what you can say about those last few minutes and how your team responded, and really how they responded the whole game.
Yeah, we got a bunch of vets. We got one of the oldest, most mature teams in the country, and they've been through so many situations throughout the course of their career. They've logged so many minutes. They've played in big games. Example is late in the game when it was kind of back-to-back timeouts called. And so we're in the first timeout. We're talking about strategy. We're talking about what we're doing. And then they went to go back on the floor, and they called another 30-second timeout. So I went to kind of, all right, come back over. I was going to talk to them, and Ryan and Javon, we got a team full of leaders. Those guys were like, we got it. And they kind of got in their own little circle, and they talked through stuff, and I was like, great. When it's like that and it's player-led, you have something special. So back-to-back games when it came right down to the wire. Our last game at Miami on their senior day, a big game, and then this one tonight. They showed great resolve down the stretch, and we play that very, very tough, talented, well-coached Miami team again tomorrow.
Coach Zoo suggested that I should ask this question to you, so it is unusual that a guy starts for the first time in the ACC tournament. He obviously earned it. How do you put into words how he earned it and why he's in this role?
He's actually started the last several regular season games, but he's a guy. It's just a great story to tell players. I'm talked to my son about. He didn't get discouraged. Early in the season, he was buried on the bench. He was getting no minutes, and he had some tough times, like coming over from Greece. It wasn't going the way he wanted to basketball-wise. He was having struggle adjusting, and then his role wasn't something, obviously, that he envisioned. And but he never lost hope, never lost faith. Isaac said it, and he's exactly right. Like, my office kind of oversees the practice gym, and I get there crazy early because I don't really sleep. And usually it's like boom, 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 the ball's bouncing, and Zoo's out there. He just continued to work. And, here he is on a big stage, putting the starting lineup. And he just, gives people around him courage. It's like sometimes they laugh at him at first because he just does one of those primal screams. But it really loosens them up and gives them confidence. So I'm proud of him, and I'm happy that he had that performance tonight.
To our left.
Hey, Coach. Thomas Hughes, Virginia Tech on SI. Your team limited Boopy Miller to 4 of 17 from the field, kept him scoreless from beyond the arc. What did you like about how your team defended him, and what was sort of the game plan going into that?
Whoever used to say it on SportsCenter years ago, the old, you can't stop him, you can only hope to contain him. I've been trying to game plan against that kid for several years, and it's a nightmare. Andy does a really good job of putting him and the rest of their guys in situations that you got to make really tough decisions from an X and O standpoint. I like to think our guys had something to do with, you know, his shooting night. I thought our defense was pretty good. But, gosh, I mean, we played down there, and I thought he was going to have 90. You know, I don't know what he ended up with, but we couldn't stop him. He was a huge, huge key. I mean, obviously, they got a very important player out. You know, that's hard. That's hard, and he's probably their best defender. Kind of just, he's good, and he's a very, very important part of your team. So they weren't at full strength. You know, that's an NCAA tournament team for sure.
Last question.
Coach, you played guard back in the day. When you see your guards having a cold shooting night or somebody like Ryan Conwell go 1 for 8, what is your message to them? To have no memory and if it's the right shot, take it? And what did you think of his clutch shot down the stretch, which is about as big as it got?
I literally missed 1,000 points by 912. So I wasn't the best player in the world, but I did play. You know, I remember in 1995, I think, I was the captain of the scout team. We were really good at Xavier, so I wasn't playing very much anymore. And I had to get our team ready for Allen Iverson in Georgetown. And that 4 or 5 days getting ready for the NCAA tournament, I played with unbridled confidence and freedom. And I cooked everybody to the point where the starters were losing confidence because I was just giving them buckets. And I just remember, if you can put that in a bottle, right, that confidence, what it does to your game, you know, Isaac mentioned it. Like, I don't lose my mind when a guy turns the ball over. Like, yes, you need to play sound on the offensive end and make good decisions. I want them to play free. I want them to play confident. I mean, Isaac, I think he was 1 for 6 at the time, and we drew up a baseline out of bounds play for him to get a 3 off of a stagger. His bubblegum card says the next one's going in. So my staff and myself, we just try to pour confidence into those guys. And, you know, it's good to, even on a night we didn't shoot it well, it was awesome to see us figure out a way to get a tough win.
Okay, thanks, Coach. I got something for you.